Now, before we begin assembly of the Dom into the Dom Tropen, let's get a closer look at the Dom much better now. And I'm using Battle Operations 2 to show off the Dom as you see here. Now, this is actually impressive how it looks here compared to the manual, to the model kit. This one has far more detailed and refined features that you don't normally see on a master grade or high grade kit. But then again, you always find some company that makes it a lot better using resin parts or things like that. Most notably, you see the shoulders. It's much more detailed and features that you can see there. The skirt armor as well has some great features. The arms, the chest. Let me see if we can wait until I get to the next series. There's the legs, of course. Look how much detail it is. There's the under parts of the red in the arms. The head. Here's a better shot on top. Looks great. Yeah, this is really neat to see what the mobile suit looks like up close. Now, here is, of course, the Dom Tropen. It's a pretty impressive looking mobile suit compared to what we just saw right now. And a lot of work. So on the legs, we see the knees needs to be updated. The skirt armor has to be in that format. The waist armor, the chest. The chest is is the most notable change there. The little flash thing that's in the bottom left corner of the chest is reduced. There's a more like an armored plating on where the cockpit is. The head is more beefier. It has another sensor on top. The inside of the shoulder plate armor is extended up and raised up a bit, I guess, to support the shoulders itself. Now the shoulders, as you can see, now has an extra armored ring going around the edges to the side and back, so it's more elevated. I wish I could see what's on the side. Yeah, don't see anything else I could see. Then of course you have the Panzerfaust on the side, but we don't have to actually put it there. The actual belt that holds up the skirt armor, that's going to be there. That's going to be interesting to work with. Yeah, there's a better way to look at this. Okay, so we're in the page where we can paint the mobile suit, but this one allows me to do more zoom-like features here, so we could see more of the kit of the mobile suit itself. So here in the feet, there's the the feet's a little different. Has more armor plating around the sides and the toe. The toe is going to be cut down a bit. But then you also have these tube-like things on the side, which I believe are the vents or the exhaust that makes up the thrusters or the cushion padding on the bottom of the feet. You also have these two little parts that are sticking out, that's protruding out, so that's going to be rebuilt. The entire leg, I don't see any. Unfortunately, I don't see any thrusters under the leg. Let me see something here. There is a thing I can do. Yeah, that. Yeah. Oh, okay. There are thrusters there. There they are. So the thrusters are there. And then around the leg itself, there's a lot of detail, but I know this part here, that's a big bulb that sticks out, so that needs to be created, as well as that little part there. We're going to have to make sure that when we build the armored parts, it doesn't interfere with the mobility of the kit. And then of course the knees there. I didn't see in the original Master Grade if there's a panel lining in the middle that separates two parts, and there's some detail around there, so that has to be scribed as well. Alright, so hold on a second, let's go over here. So as you can see, the skirt armor, we already know what the front is, and we know what about the side is. The back one is going to be has to be reinforced and redesigned again. I think there are thrusters under the skirt. Let me just double check. Yeah, they are. I can see. Let me see if I could do this. Yep, there they are. They're the 3 thrusters there. There we go. And then the engine is the backpack is unique because it has big thrusters, so that has to be redesigned as well. And then of course the saber, the heat saber needs to go there, or the heat rod. Sorry, I keep saying heat saber. So yeah, that's what the Tropen looks like as a whole. There's going to be a lot of work. A lot of work. If there's one thing about this kit that is also appealing to me, is how big it is. I've dealt with big kits before, but I think Dom has to be one of, and I wouldn't say the biggest kit. No, that's you know, there are other kits that are huge in master grade, but I think in along the lines of its overall look, its feel, that's what I think I'll probably want to say. I mean, I built. I mean, we have the Sinanju, we have the Sazabi, the Sinanju Stein, the Double Zeta. Of course, those are big kits right there. The Double Zeta, the Faz, especially the older ones, the S Gundam, the XS Gundam. Those are huge kits as well. But I think I'm more in the line of bulk is where I'm talking about here with this guy. And why am I using this and not the actual, not the actual blade? Is beyond me. It's because I forgot that it's right here. There we go. I know the Rick Dom is a huge kit too, especially with the with that mega beam part bazooka. Let me just take a look at this. Wow. Look how smooth and shiny, and there's pretty much nothing here to do, you know, work with. No detailing other than what you see there, there, and there. Now, I know I must have forgot to mention this in previous videos. We are getting a new Dom, but it's not considered a 2.0. No. It's actually, well, I wouldn't even know if I would refer to it as a 1.5 or even a 1.2. But based on what I've read, the new Dom kits are coming out, fixing some minor issues with the shoulders and the knees. I mean, granted, this is an old kit. And there are a lot of older kits that I remember that many people say, oh my god, I remember building this and there's a lot of work to be done here and there. mean, the one kit that I remember I built that I said to myself, wow, I hope they make an updated version of it. And that was, of course, the Alex. We all remember how bad, not bad, but it's, yeah, it needed a little bit more refinement. And obviously we got the new Master Grade 2.0 of the Alex. I even did videos in the past saying what kit should get a 2.0 treatment. Hell, even a 1.5 would be fine. I mentioned the Dom needs a 2.0, which now we're getting a 1 point something. Kempfer needs that, because if you look at the shoulder armors, there's seam lines all over the place that needs to be cleaned up. I have the Master Grade version of it, which I had it, I sold it, and I bought a new one at a good price. So I hope to work on my Kempfer, I don't know this year, but you know, hope to work on it and address those problems. Alright, so let me just separate it by the color type. This is the poly caps right here. Black, charcoal, multicolor, but I'll put it right here. Figure, put it back there. Charcoal, purple, charcoal, red, more polycaps, and the black. Right there, and there, and there. Alright. 4 colors. And I got 4 trays. Let's put all this onto a tray. Nice. Alright, here it is. All the reds here, black parts here, purple parts there. And because there was so much charcoal parts, especially the large parts for the feed and the inner frame, and of course the bazookas and weaponry, I had to put them on 2 trays. And then here are the poly caps here. The only one yellow part, which will not be painted yellow, but you know, it has to be the heat rod, and clear parts. You have the face shield for the Dom, and then you have the I believe this one's for the blinder thing, and these are for the weaponry. So there it is. Pretty big. And pretty big, I was going to say, because when you look at something like this, you're saying to yourself, am I building a Master Grade or a blowed up high grade? It's like, why do I see something like this? But then again, remember, this model came out in what year? 2000 something? Yeah, I forgot the year. Yeah, no, sorry. It came out before the millennium. So, yeah, Bandai was getting their feet wet. They're trying to test out the new waters, and they said, oh, this will be great. Be perfect. But, you know, as time passed, perfection is, of course, something that they need to work on. And that's probably why we're getting a 1 point whatever of the new Dom. And I don't know if they also announced the Dom, the Rick Dom as well. Yeah, there is one part that I put this in here in the tray. I kept it in there. Where is it? Here. I left all the fingers in there because I know the numbering system is a little different in specific fingers, and I don't want to accidentally select the wrong thing and screw it up. So I left it there, so when I get to work on the hands, I know which one to select. Okay, let me clean up all the excess parts, and let's begin assembling and see how it looks. So before I begin the assembly of the Dom, I was reviewing all the parts, and when I get to the weaponry, I was saying to myself, oh my god, am I looking at high grade weaponry? I mean, I would normally see this as high grade parts being, you know, putting it together and that's it, but not parts that are Master Grade. Granted, yeah, 1999. they should upgrade these these weaponry. I know the mold is a little different, but this is a lot of work, a whole lot of work, especially here. I'm gonna be needing a lot of glue to put these parts in. The bazooka, I'm sorry, the clip for this bazooka has this, of course, has a round here, which once we put it together, you're not going to see that much other than that. But I'm gonna glue this right now, the whole thing, and this will be glued onto the bazooka. I'm not gonna set it up where you could see the inside. Yeah, I was kind of surprised when I saw this, and I said, wow, really? Really? Just make sure there's enough glue on this, so then later on I can begin to sand it down, remove whatever nubs. There we go. Let me just use this to hold it in for now, but I'm going to probably be using that later on for the bazookas. I already did this guy here, put these two together, and I guess this one goes there. I don't see nothing else that goes in the inside. I put this here just to test fit it. You know what? I have Mr. Cement Deluxe, which is a little thicker, and I'm going to probably need to put a lot on this because when I sand this down, I have to make sure this is in the curvature and it doesn't show off the seam line. This is a little thicker than the standard thin cement, and I'm almost done with this. I think I am done with it. Let me see if I could tilt it a bit. Yeah, I just took the last bit of it. Alright, you know what? We're gonna have to use this guy. Just make sure I get all of it on it. Alright. Just get a little bit in the grooves, and then we'll seal it up. Yeah, these weaponry, they look nice and big, but you definitely have to work on this to clean it up a bit as best as you can. Alignment is a little off, but with a little work on it, you shouldn't be having a problem. Alright, so as we're waiting for, actually, oh wow. Yeah, the seam lines on this is going to be a pain in the ass. You can't even get away with this with panel lining. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of sanding here. Alright, let me just continue on and we'll move on to other stuff.